Okay, wait. Well, Cody, I want to hear what's your price for this because I feel like you have a number in your head.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, I am poor, so I could use any amount of money. That being said, I'd love like 10. I'd love like 10G.
10 grand? I was going to say in the millions.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so Dave Matthews himself net worth is $300 million.
Cody will let Dave Matthews shit on his chest for $10,000.
Sorry, I'm so late.
Okay, we know the deal by now.
Yeah, we're used to it.
Dude, I'm just really slow moving today. I'm hurting today.
Today? Did you said it like it's a huge difference from your
Oh no, I'm just meaning like I'm extra slow today.
Oh god, that's like unfathomably slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I did drugs last night and I'm hurting from it.
What kind of drugs?
Yeah,
did you do?
what kind?
I did Molly for the first time in 7 years.
Wow. How was that?
Dude, it was crazy. It was a great time. So I was supposed to go to Bonnaroo and all of my friends that like we had like friends from like that were in Charlotte and stuff. Everyone decided to just meet up in Morgantown last night that we were supposed to go to Bonnaroo with.
Nice.
And we had all these drugs that we were planning to take to Bonnaroo. My friend, I wasn't planning on doing this, but my friend was just like, I got an 8-ball of Molly. And,
Jesus.
so
I've never heard Molly referred to in 8. Like I've only heard like cocaine. Like I got an 8-ball.
How much does an 8-ball of Molly cost?
Dude, she probably dropped a good like, if I were to guess, like $300 or something like that, $200. Yeah, she's a wild child. She was planning on being out there for the fest.
So what did you guys wind up doing?
Just partying. Just like doing weird Molly things. Just like we were drunk and drinking and everyone was just like really affectionate with each other. And
yeah,
we were
of
just
course,
like,
yeah.
dance around the apartment. My friend who had the Molly, she kept trying to coax people into taking it by being like, because she bought it, but it was like she had it divvied up into like capsules, and so her argument just kept being like, it's 1.25, just take it, it's 1.25. And everyone just got zooted, and I got an Uber home at like 7 a.m. and just like couldn't stop giggling the whole ride.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when I've done Molly, like, can't sleep, can't stop talking, can't stop smiling.
Yeah, my friend was sucked on her lips so much that they got swollen.
Oh shit!
It looked like we were geeking out today when she like just couldn't stop like licking her lips and stuff. It was so much that they got swollen.
Damn. Yeah, like I would like the few times I did it, I was like, I had to chew gum or something because I would like grind my teeth.
Yeah. I grind my teeth like a motherfucker whenever I do Molly.
I usually do too, but I don't think I did last night. At least my face doesn't hurt. Like usually like my jaw will be clenched so much that it hurts.
my jaw will hurt after a night of Molly. Always.
Yeah,
exactly. I haven't done it in years, and it was a great time. I probably won't do it again for years, but if I do it again ever. But
what made me stop doing it, not like I was doing it like regularly, but like the next day was fine, but then a couple days later I just felt so down. I don't know if that happens to everybody on it, but for me it definitely did.
Well, I'm planning on countering that by I think we're gonna go into the woods and take mushrooms.
Oh yeah, that's a great way to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
I mean, no, don't take my advice, Cody, or anyone listening. Is that a great way to do that? I don't know.
but yeah. So here I am.
Here you
I was
are.
in a lot of pain earlier today, but I like in the past half hour took some Tylenol and just like took a gummy.
A gummy, nice.
Yeah, had a little cup of Joe.
Nice. I can't smoke in this new apartment yet, or I'm afraid to at least, but I just smoked some stuff called deja vu.
Nice. So you're just going to be repeating yourself throughout the episode.
Yeah, I just smoked some stuff called deja vu.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I have to say before we get into anything in this episode, even though I have to bring up a couple things about last episode. I messed up.
What?
There's a character in one panel that I said was called the Grass Queen at the serial killer convention, but she's the Grass Widow, which is way cooler.
Yeah.
And John Constantine's first appearance was in Swamp Thing, not in Sandman. So he's probably an established character by that point, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those were all your mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Me, I'm perfect.
Remember that scene in the Da Vinci Code with the dude that's like flogging himself? That's what I had to
do. Yeah, I'm trying. I got. Whoa!
Was that some Molly flying out of there? No, you took a capsule, you said.
Yeah, I took a capsule. No snorting. Nothing goes in this nose anymore.
Sniffs.
That'd be hilarious if I just railed a line for the episode.
Comics and Coke.
Dude, have you ever snorted Molly? It's disgusting.
It's the worst. I haven't done it.
So gnarly.
Yeah, it's not like it's not fun.
It's not a good feeling. It's really just not worth it. I can't stand the taste of Molly. I hate when I taste that shit on my tongue.
It's like
just chemical.
Yeah. I don't know. It's got.
You're right. That is exactly like the Sandman volume 3 and 4.
That was a terrible segue.
Worse than normal. Bad for us.
Yeah, even bad for us. We know bad segues.
That's what you come to listen to us for, the terrible segues.
Yeah.
I just finished reading the volumes literally right before logging on.
Ooh, so it's fresh in your mind.
Fresh in my nog.
Well, in that case, Cody, you want to take us in?
All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Comics and Chronic. As always, I got my boys with me. It's my boys. Anthony Iannaccio and Jake F.H.
We are boys.
We are boys.
And you're mine.
This is week 2 of Sandman September.
Sandman September.
Hashtag Sandman September.
That's right. We'll be covering volumes 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Which I think is like issue 17 to 28 or something like that. I think.
I wonder how long, over how many years did Neil Gaiman write all this?
I think like years and years. It took a long time.
No, are you saying like planned it out?
No, I mean from issue 1 to him being.
I think
done.
it was like I think probably 8 years. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know when the Sandman ends, but I thought he at least kept making Death miniseries and Lucifer. And,
yeah, I'm just going with
he
the.
Didn't write that.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, he
okay.
didn't write a lot of the offshoot ones. So I think his own run is just, as far as volumes go, 1 through 11
of what we're covering, and then he picks back up with Overture and other stuff like that,
like Mystery Theater or something like that. Is that there was one issue of Sandman Mystery Theater in the volume in last week's episode, but I skipped it. I was like, this is kind of boring.
Anthony's officially in his new cribbo.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
what's your home address?
Yeah. So that way the loyal commies can send you gifts and stuff.
Right. Oh yeah. I live at
Oh, yeah, new digs, buddy. It's looking nice. Have you started unpacking?
Thanks. Yeah. Oh yeah. I have most of the stuff I need here. I mean, I still need a desk. I still need. Obviously, I'm sitting down on the floor right now, so I don't have everything like set up. But I just have too many books and comic books. I go crazy buying books, and like I haven't read like most of them.
Nice.
That's kind of part of the course, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the point of having books if not to just be like, man, I need to read that? And
See, you get me. You guys get me.
Books are meant to be admired from afar.
Yeah, nobody needs to peer inside the pages.
Yeah.
Much like Destiny.
Ooh. Yeah. Speaking of pages, volume 3, you guys, which was a weird one.
Yeah,
It's like a bunch of standalone.
Yeah, it's kind of just a bunch of standalones, but also like, dude, like I don't know that whole fucking. I guess what does it start? Actually, I did like that story a lot. The cat one.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
one's super cool.
The cat one's a really cool story.
I was like, this is
Yeah.
from the perspective of a cat. And I'll tell you guys, I mean, this is, I know this is an unpopular opinion. I don't like cats. Like, I straight up
that's
don't
fine.
like them.
Well, you're Italian.
But I love that story. I'm very Italian. What is that? What's the connection there?
Oh, really? I'm surprised. You should actually ask like your mom or somebody. I bet they'll tell you the same thing. Well, it's not like a
Oh, yeah. My mom hates cats.
zebra. It's like an Italian old wives' tale that cats like dude, like my brother-in-law's grandmother. She firmly believed that cats were like literally the dead souls, the souls of people she knew in her life who she didn't like growing up in Italy. Like not necessarily like witches, but like, oh, like that was Fran and she was a real bitch when I knew her. And also like it's an old wives' tale that cats breathe the air out of babies.
Yeah. My grandma used to say stuff like that too. Yep.
Italians,
They'll
I
do
believed
what?
it.
cats,
About
exactly.
babies?
They breathe the air out of babies. Like if there's a baby in a crib and a cat
Oh,
goes up there,
yeah.
they'll like inhale its life. And
Wow. You know what? You know what's a weird thing about that? I've never had it before, but I guess this connects to Sandman. Have you guys ever had sleep paralysis?
yeah, oh yeah, all the time.
All the time, really.
Never.
Oh, I get it on a disturbingly common basis.
When it happens, do you see like a shadow man?
Yeah. It's
person?
It's like a shadow something. It could be, dude. I've had ones where it was like literally like a noob Cybot looking version of my father choking me. I've had
Holy
ones where
shit.
like
Oh, that's
it's
insane.
like
Kinky.
in your room you see this like
Ooh.
like a giant
Sorry.
shadow. Like it's always a shadow
Yeah.
something.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I also heard that like cats, if you have like a cat and you have sleep paralysis, it like is looking at you when you're like paralyzed.
Dude, 'cause it
Like you
can
can't move,
see
but the
you.
cat somehow senses it. And sometimes the cats are on their chest and they're like, that's weird. Like they don't notice that happening other times. I don't know. Like I don't have cats, but cats freak me out, honestly.
I have 2 cats, Kevin and Randy.
Hell yeah. Those cats.
And they're pretty great. Well, Randy's a piece of shit and I want him to die. But Kevin is an angel baby.
That's hilarious.
Yes, listen to Sweet Tooth episode to hear more about those guys.
Yeah.
Was it the Sweet Tooth episode? I don't remember.
think so.
God damn it, Randy.
Yeah.
Get your paws out from under the door. But anyway, yeah, the cat story was really cool.
Yeah.
It was like all these city cats getting together to talk about like their history and taking back like I don't know, like their culture and how
Reclaiming
they
reality.
reclaiming like Earth
Yeah.
and how they used
'Cause
to be
apparently-
these giant like kings and queen predators on Earth, and they got reduced
Yeah.
to like
Humans were tiny little mice-sized things, I guess, right?
Yeah,
And cats were huge. But I like the idea that like humans, like one human was like, all right, guys, like if we just dream a better world where we ruled and always ruled, like we could change this in one night. And they do. Like that's the whole like shtick. Like
Yeah.
if you could get enough people to dream the same thing, which is cool. That's a cool metaphor, right?
true. If you can get enough people to believe
Yeah.
the same thing, they can change
was
it. Cody, are you
cool.
too mollied out to do the episode?
No. Do I seem mollied out?
You're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Real delayed
Dude.
reactions.
Me and Cody said yes so many times in the first Sandman episode. Like anybody listening, if you could count who said like between me and Cody, we both had to say it over 200 times. That's an estimate. That's a rough estimate.
That's awful.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I'm Gucci, my dudes. I got enough energy to muster through this, and then I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I got like 4 hours of sleep last night.
Dude, I slept from like 7 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Ooh, that
And
sounds
then-
nice.
And then I woke up, got some Papa John's, and then went back to sleep from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then I did things.
Oh.
Nice.
Ate more Papa John's.
You seem so serious. You're like, I did things.
Yeah.
Bad things.
I've done bad things.
Yeah. So I that cat story, I think, was my favorite from that volume. But the first issue in that volume is fucked up with the muse.
Oh yeah, the girl who helps the author
Yeah, that one was
write his
fucked
books
up.
and
Yeah.
shit. That one's super fucked
Yeah,
up.
I mean, help him in so much as like she's being forced to and literally raped.
Yeah, she's both like a sex slave and an inspiration slave. Like her just very like presence inspires this man to write like masterpieces.
Yeah. No, what's fucked up? Like, so like it's this dude like gets her from another author, right? And I was like, is this a real dude? And I looked it up and it is a real dude. His name is like, the guy's name is like very like normal, like Frederick Brown. And he's like apparently in like a real life, he was like a sci-fi author. Like he wrote a lot of like short stories, but like every short story he wrote is like kind of like a twist ending and like they're really good. I read some of them at like, you know, they're like 2 pages each. And like I didn't like he seems like a fucked up character in Sandman, but he wrote some good stories in real life.
I didn't know that.
Nice. I wonder if Neil Gaiman just like hated him.
Yeah,
Just
right.
like, I'm gonna make this dude a rapist.
I like it was cool how dude like ultimately like that one author like searches for her and uses like these ancient spells to bind her to his will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool, like once again, like it's cool how Neil Gaiman does fucking like magic. Cause it's almost like a generic, like it's any kind of magic. It's like for this one, it's trapping a Greek siren. But in the next one, we see all those fairies and little imps and nymphs and in the Shakespeare play. Like
in the
Yeah,
Midsummer
those
Night's
were cool.
Dream.
yeah,
Yeah.
Midsummer's Night
Dude,
Dream.
that one was a dense read, but it was cool.
That one was really cool, and it was really like off-putting,
Yeah, I liked it.
honestly, because they looked so creepy and disturbing.
Oh, like the fairy folk?
Yeah, honestly, they reminded me a lot of my DMT trips
Ooh.
because they were like
Nice.
mischievous, but they were like constantly. But their faces, the way they're drawn, they look so sinister.
Yeah, they feel very threatening.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if you
their
said the wrong
faces,
line.
They'll like magically murder you.
Yeah. Also, you're
Yeah.
like basically like making fun of them to their faces. Yeah.
But they're like, oh, let's watch this play, and that little I forgot what his name was, but that little like creature
Robin
that they had.
Goodfellow?
Yeah, Robin
No, that was the
Goodfellow.
boy.
No, you're right.
That was
It
the
is-
little. Oh, is it?
It is Robin Goodfellow.
Oh,
yeah.
no, because it's like
Okay,
Puck
cool.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It's,
Robin
Oh.
Goodfellow was the boy that played him in the play.
Yes.
that
Yeah,
he
there you go.
yeah.
Not abducted or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, volume 3 is just a weird,
Fever dream.
super fever dreamy.
Yeah, it's just this one, the first two are like, I mean, all of Neil's writing is like crazy poetic and stuff, but this one
Yeah.
is like, this one just felt like an acid trip. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, because it's like it's really only 4 issues, that volume. 4
Yeah.
like
Yeah, volume 3
really
is a
like
short one.
punch you in the gut kind of stories. Because even the last one with what's her name, Element Girl, that's so sad.
Yeah, that one's sad.
yeah,
Like Metamorpho, I don't know if anybody listening remembers the DC character. He was in like the Justice League cartoon. He could like change into any element he wants, but I guess that means you can't die, which is like the
Yeah.
main like point of this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we're hopping around, but I feel like it's such a weird tale that you can kind of. Well, here, let's just go back to the fucking what's it called, the siren one, because how he gets punished by Morpheus is cool.
Oh, okay.
What did he do again?
Remember,
Remind
like
me?
at the end, basically, like that girl who was also like, I think it mentioned that she was a former lover of Sandman's at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she called Sandman something different.
Yeah. But like I think
Going back to that, he has like a million different names.
Yeah.
Yeah, every culture has their own interpretation of him.
Yep.
Even the cats, which was cool. He was a
Yeah, you're
cat.
right. Yep, he was like Cat
Yeah.
Dream.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah, but anyway, what happens to the author?
Like eventually when what was the name? I forget the name of the siren, but she like asked Sandman for
Oh,
help.
it's like Calliope.
Yeah, Calliope or something like that. But basically she asked Sandman for
Calliope.
help, and he basically like after like reluctantly agreeing to help her, honestly. He wasn't like
True, yeah.
keen to do it like from jump. He was like, "Oh, word, you want inspiration?" and like touches his head, and he just starts going crazy in the streets. He's like, and starts spouting like, he can't stop talking, he can't stop thinking, he can't stop coming up with ideas. He's like, wait,
he's yes-anding himself to death.
And I was like, oh man, once again, like, dude, the Sandman's ways of punishing people are like way worse than death.
Horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Death
super
would almost
horrific.
be a sweet release.
Yeah, isn't that a line somewhere in it, like where there are some things worse? No, that's like in just every movie. Like there are some things worse than death.
Worse than death. But like, yeah, Sandman's punishments are always a fate worse than death.
Yeah, that one where that dude just can't wake up.
Eternal
he's just having
waking.
nightmares. Yeah.
It's cool as Sandman has like signature moves, like eternal waking, like I don't know what the forever inspiration thing was called, but like shit like that. Like, dude, you make a cool Mortal Kombat character.
Put Sandman in the next Injustice, DC.
Ooh, that'd be cool. As a DLC character.
Yeah.
They should totally do that.
Yeah.
Yo, Sandman could beat Batman so easily. Just give him like the night in the alley and his parents don't get shot and just keep going. Like, right? Like it's because that's the thing about Sandman, right? Like that's not a fate worse than death, right? But he could, like we talked about that in the first couple of volumes where he could do some nice things.
Oh yeah, he can do nice
things. And that is a way to beat somebody, you know? Like Batman's not fucking with anyone anymore if he gets the life he always wanted, you know?
If he has a good childhood.
He's a good child. It's not like he can go back in time and change it. He could just like put it in Bruce Wayne's head that like, oh, that shooting never happened.
Exactly, yeah.
But to the outside world, now Bruce Wayne is like legally insane. And in his own mind, he's like, oh, wow.
In Arkham?
Oh, see, that'd be
let's write that story, guys.
Dude, yeah. It's just, Sandman is just like such a crazy character, neither good nor evil. Like some of the shit he does teeters on like kind of fucked up.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
As soon as he feels slighted by someone, he like punishes them horrendously.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
especially women. Like, a lot of the women in his life, he definitely punishes.
Yeah, like Nada.
Yeah. That's volume 4. But let's finish volume 3 quick before we jump into that because that's like a heavy story.
It's a super heavy story, and it's a great story.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I love that. I really did love that. But whatchamacallit? So
Midsummer's Night Dream.
No, I was gonna say in the cat story before we get to that real quick. In the cat story, like the same thing. Like he, the way like the cat goes to him and she's like, you know, how do we do this? And he tells her, you know, back to that thing. Like if enough cats dream the same dream, the reality will change. He's like, I'm not doing that. It's you guys doing that. You know, I'm just dream. You know, like.
Yeah.
And the story kind of ends with the story begins with a older cat telling a little cat, like, come with me. We're going to go, like, you know, see this.
Hear the sermon almost.
Yeah, exactly. But when they're leaving, he's like, the little cat's like, oh, do you really think that could happen? He's like, 1,000 cats agreeing on the same thing. Yeah, right. Like it's just never going to happen.
Yeah. But then I like it ends with like, it's that little kitty and
dreaming of hunting.
It's dreaming of hunting humans, but like the human owners are watching it sleep and moving it sleep, and they're like, "Oh, look at it!" It's like, I wonder what it's dreaming about. Yeah, and they're like, "It's so cute. It's probably hunting a little animal." But like he's like tearing apart like a human in his brain.
Yeah, it's crazy that like almost every story in this Sandman, at least so far, gets really fucked up. Like has really fucked up things happening in it. Like even in the cat one happens. This cat gets outraged because the owners just take and murder its kittens in the
Yeah.
woods.
That was brutal. I totally forgot about that.
Right.
You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Dude, that shit's
he like
brutal.
throws him against
Yes.
a tree or something.
I thought he threw him in a lake. Didn't he throw him in a lake or something? Tied up in a bag?
Yeah, tied him up in a bag. And,
Either
maybe,
way,
like,
it's
slammed
it's
the ba- yeah.
horrendous.
yeah. For some reason, I thought I guess that's my own mind.
Which is
putting
honestly
like, oh,
even if you
that's
don't,
what I would do.
even if you don't want your cat's kittens, that's a really fucked up thing to do. Like you could totally just drop them off at the pound, you know? Like
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that, like you don't have to
But
kill them.
instead, he ties them in a bag and
Yeah.
kills them all.
Well, the like one line of dialogue we get from like you don't see like the owners of the cat, but it's obviously a husband and wife, and the wife's like, "Oh, these kittens are worthless. She's like a prize cat. Like we can't do
Yeah.
anything with." Like they see it as like something
Something to
like
breed.
so fucked up. It's just like they have no monetary value, you know. So
Yeah.
kill them,
Capitalism,
just like our
bro.
favorite politicians. Yeah.
We got political there.
I mean, who wouldn't agree with that? Like, no, politicians love us.
Politicians are
Cancel.
good people.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
God. That's the worst thing you ever said, Jake. Should I edit that out?
Yeah, I'm not trying to get canceled.
That'd be actually, if you think about that, that'd be a really absurd thing to get canceled over. Because all I said was
Loving
politicians are good people. If you can cancel someone over that, that's when you know shit's gone too far.
I wouldn't cancel you over that,
Nah,
Jake.
see, that's your radical.
Cancel
that's your
Jake
radical
for loving
leftist
politicians,
Yeah.
folks.
Dude, I honestly...
Dude, you love politicians, Cody.
I fucking hate them, bro.
Did you want to run for office?
No. I want Morpheus to give one of his fate worse than death to the Texas GOP.
Hell yeah.
You know, that Ted Cruz deserves the eternal waking.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the worst thing Sandman has done to someone? Because if it's not, then Ted Cruz just deserves whatever the worst thing is, for sure.
I don't know. He's done some horrendous things.
Well, I guess that. Well, no, yeah, fuck. That's also Nada. I feel like that's one of the most fucked up things. What he does to his love.
Well,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next story.
Yeah, the next story
Midsummer's.
Midsummer's Night Dream. That's a weird one too.
Well, we get Shakespeare again. We met him in the first or second volume.
I love that he. All of these things, they don't necessarily have to be setups. You know what I mean? Like he could just be like, "Oh, this is Will Shakespeare," and then go on.
Right.
You know what I mean? But he just like. You can tell that he was working on all, like, I don't know, or at least the way he thinks, because everything is so, like, layered upon it. He constantly refers back to his, like, this is not a series that you could just, like, jump into the middle of and know what's going on.
Good point.
Yeah, and even, like, when you do read it and follow it sequentially, like, it's still just random shit sometimes. Like, a random cat story.
Absolutely.
A random Shakespeare with the fairy king and queen story. Like, and their entire court of majestic beings and shit.
I love that. I love that Shakespeare's kid's name is Hamnet.
Yeah.
Hamnet. And he even says, like, Dad, what if I die, you're gonna write a play about me?
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, his kid did die and he did write Hamlet. Yep. Because I definitely read Hamlet for sure.
Did you?
No. I mean, I was like in like English class in school, it's like read this book and you're like, yeah, Spark Notes.
I actually was one of the kids that read the books. I really
fucking nerd.
Yeah, I know, man. I just love reading.
No, I did read sometimes, but like I don't know, when you're like senior year of high school, like it's hard to give a shit about most things, like school wise. You know what I mean?
No, that's fair.
It's more than fair, Cody. It's the right way to do high school. Just stop.
But yeah, the Shakespeare one was super cool because they're performing for the fairies, but they're like also pretending to be the fairy folk in the play.
Yeah,
and the play itself. That Shakespeare wrote exactly. But he wrote it like so in volume 2 when
he makes
Shakespeare
a deal
meets
with Morpheus.
Yeah, which we don't know until now. Like this reveals what the deal was basically, that he has to write 2 plays for Morpheus that are basically about dreams, right? Or they are about dreams. A Midsummer Night's Dream. We don't know the second one yet, unless I don't know.
He called it The Dream in the when he was talking to Morpheus. He said it's the greatest thing I've ever wrote.
What does he get? What does he get in return?
He
writes
stories that are going to be able to stand the test of time.
Yeah, like everyone knows Shakespeare, and
Sure.
everyone knows Shakespeare.
Yeah.
So are we to believe that happened?
Dude.
In real life.
That'd
In
be
real
sick
life.
if it did, honestly.
Dude,
Right.
I love like Jake brought up how Neil Gaiman just takes fantasy from like
Why do
all
you
different
pronounce it
levels.
Gaiman? It's Gaiman.
Is it Gaiman? Whatever, bro.
It's for
I'm
sure
dumb.
Gaiman.
I'm stupid. It's okay. It's Gaiman.
That's no longer an acceptable
Whatever.
excuse, Cody.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Your stupidity
send
is
you-
unacceptable.
I'm gonna send you to hell.
Too late. I'm already there, bro.
But who's got the key?
Dude, I'm fucking Lucifer Morningstar up in this bitch.
Dude, I love Lucifer. I
Yeah.
really want to. We've talked before about how I'm a fan of the devil, but
Jake told us he tried to summon him.
Yeah, you sound like a poser fan of the devil. I feel like if the devil were to actually reveal himself to you, you'd be scared shitless.
I mean,
I think you're projecting
who
this like
wouldn't?
Tenacious D like thing on the devil, when in reality we don't know what he's like.
No, what I was saying, I just like him as a concept. But what I was saying I love this iteration of Lucifer.
Yeah. But wait, before we get into Lucifer, we have one more story left in that volume, which is the Element Girl story.
Element Girl. That story was sad. It's so depressing.
Super sad.
Yeah, it was. That story was like, let me just be a bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's I guess the point of it is to show, like, you know, when people are just like at their like worst points in life, you know, all they dream about is something better, you know, and Dream is more than happy to give you that, but you know, it could get too much, you know, dreaming.
Yeah.
Like she had a happy ending, but I mean, she got what she wanted.
It's happy
right?
for her.
Yeah, like she wanted to
That it was
die.
just-
That's what she wanted.
Yeah.
It was also the second appearance of Sweet Baby Death.
Yeah. Second appearance, really? I guess, yeah.
Yeah, because the first appearance was at the end of Volume 1. Second appearance end of Volume 3.
Right. She made that character made such an impression on my mind, Death, that it just was like, cool, Death is awesome. Like Death is like, you know, like some characters could do that. Like you see them once and you're like, oh yeah, they were in this whole story. But you're right. I just realized that's only like story number 2 for Death.
Yeah. I loved the line when she was talking about how she's everywhere at one time. Like she's in Africa where a village is getting murdered by a tribe of mercenaries hired by the government, and she's on a distant planet that's imploding on itself. And
have you ever imploded on yourself?
I wish for death.
No. Are you Element Girl, Cody?
Oh,
no, but
shit.
I can't be killed.
Another thing is that Element Girl's like a straight up like DC character, like another
basically,
you know, inclusion.
And she got her powers from like an Egyptian artifact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. They show us
They,
like
go.
that's cool.
She's
Like
an
you don't know who she is,
archaeologist
but
or something.
they give her like her origin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then she can't. She
Yeah.
like looks horrendous. That was always crazy when she would put on these faces because her skin always looks like it's like mushing and melting.
Yeah. It's like made of silicone because she's like, if I use like meat or something, it'll smell like rotting.
Well, she tried to make where she can change elements. One time she made herself into flesh.
There you go.
It smelled. She was like, I couldn't forget get the smell out of my
rotting
nose for weeks.
Yeah. Damn. She's got there's so many characters in DC though. There's got to be someone who's down to get with Element Girl. Come on.
Such a tragedy.
Dude, I don't think it's all about getting with her. I think she's hideous.
She was lonely. Yeah.
Yeah, she had no friends though either. It's like no one wanted to talk to her.
Yeah, they basically
literally
the CIA basically when they were done with her just cast her aside, and she only got to talk to Mulligan like once a week.
Yeah.
Was that like a therapy type thing?
I thought it was like her CIA handler.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Like no real connection.
Yeah, it was no real personal connection. It was literally just work related.
To the point where when she calls him later on, he's like it's someone else is like, nah, he gave up talking to you. Like he doesn't want to do it
in
anymore.
a different department.
Yeah.
No,
Like
yeah.
imagine, like, nah, transfer me, bro. I'm
But
not talking to her
but
anymore.
So that's what like one of the things that sends her on the spiral is that, and then she goes to the restaurant with that one friend of hers, and her
Her friends
face
from
falls
school
off.
back in the day, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Well, she was also in the CIA.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because that's the reason the friend wanted to meet. Is she was like, I had an affair, and I'm pregnant, but we can't tell anybody.
The Element Girl's like, bitch, fuck you. My life is terrible. I smoke cigarettes to the point where it does nothing to me. She's smoking so many cigarettes.
Yeah, just cigarette after cigarette, and then her face falls off into the spaghetti.
Yeah.
Hey,
Who's this,
Kevin!
Randy?
Look at Kevin.
Whoa,
Kevin?
cameo.
Oh, right. Kevin's nice.
Kitty cat cameo right
Get
now.
that demon spawn off the screen.
Yeah.
Dude, Kevin. Oh no, don't fuck with the laptop, Kevin. I need you
See, he knows. He's trying to fuck up the podcast.
Yeah. Kevin's a little shit.
Kevin just wants some love.
Oh, now he's just chilling there. I think he heard
He's-
us talking about Sandman's cat story, and
Yeah.
Kevin, were
Came
you
over.
dreaming about hunting me? Did you dream about murdering me, Kevin?
Oh, cats definitely do. Have you? I've read that cats, like when they purr to like kittens, they have a very specific purr, but they do the same kind of purr to humans, but they don't do it to other cats,
Yeah,
like adult
so
cats.
I'll expound on that because I know all about cats.
Go for it, because that's all
For
I
real.
know. Like,
No, so you're right. So the noises that like cat owners hear from a cat, cats only do to them, to like humans.
Yeah.
They do not use.
Yeah.
They don't use those voices when communicating with other.
Yeah, that's
cats.
something that they learned because of
Yeah.
domestication, through domestication.
Well, that's actually going to bring me
They-
to my next point. Technically speaking, there's actually no such thing. Cats are not a domesticated species because domestication implies that they need to survive with human involvement. You can throw your cat out right now and it'll survive on the street. It's a hunter. You can't throw your dog out and the dog will survive. It'll die. You have to feed a dog. You don't have to feed the cat.
the cat doesn't love you. The dog loves you, or else it
meaning
dies.
the cat's survival is not dependent on you. Like if I were to say I was a
Yeah,
cat
it's-
owner and I went to my alley and put my cat out, it's just going to become a city cat and hunt rats and birds, whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy because hey, Kevin, stop rubbing on that. It's crazy because cats are one of the only animals in history. Like we domesticated dogs for like things like shepherding and protection and you know what I mean.
Fucking?
Cats were just kind of like we need. Did you say fucking? So you are a dog person.
I didn't
Anthony.
even hear that.
I didn't say that, Cody. You're sick.
That's funny. No, yeah. So
But-
what I'm saying is from like a technical aspect, I watched this whole thing on it that like sheep are domesticated, cows are domesticated. You need to feed them. You need to take care of them. You don't really need like you can get a litter box, but the cat can shit wherever it wants to. You can like feed it cans of food, but if put it outside, it's gonna hunt. A dog will,
Yeah,
will
it's
dog
gonna
will
get that
starve
real
to death.
meow mix.
Have you ever seen those city stray dogs? They're all emaciated because they're not fed by people.
Mm.
That's just my little
Yeah.
cat rant right there.
Yeah, cats are just survivors. I don't know. I'm a big animal boy, but I've
Big
always
animal.
always been more of a dog person. But I've really enjoyed living with Kevin. Kevin's my boy.
Well, shout out
Nice.
to Kevin.
Shout out to Kevin.
Kevin.
Maybe
He's
if
a
I met
sweetheart.
Kevin, I wouldn't hate Kevin. But some cats are assholes, or most cats.
Oh yeah, most cats are assholes.
I
Like
agree.
I hate a cat. My favorite cats are the ones that behave more like dogs than cats.
Yeah, exactly. So at that point, just get a dog.
Because you can leave if I want to go somewhere, I can just put out a bunch of food and Kevin will be fine,
Yeah.
But a dog will just eat all that food in like the first day, overfill itself, and then just have nothing to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a dog.
I could relate to
person.
that.
I grew up with both though. I had a cat till I was like 21. It was 17 years old, and then once it died, years later, I was told that I was allergic to cats. So that kind of
What?
sucked. Yeah, I was like totally fine, and then like once my cat died, and I would hang around friends who had cats, I'd get like really sneezy or like couldn't breathe around them.
Dude, the same thing happened to me with dogs.
Yeah, and the doctor was like, "You probably
Really?
But
were
it's
just like
not-
really used to it when it was around, and now that it's gone, like cat really fucks with you."
Yeah. Yeah. Same exact thing when I living with my mom. I was always around so many dogs, but as soon as I moved out, and it's also weird because it's like only certain breeds of dogs. It's not all dogs,
Yeah.
but usually like really long-haired dogs fuck me up.
I grew up with dogs, as you know, Cody. You've been to my house when we had dogs, right?
Oh yeah, I've met your
Yeah,
dogs. You've met my
I
dogs.
have. You have cool dogs. I like your dogs.
Yeah, dude, they're a bunch of.
So I grew up with dogs, but my friend out here, she has 2 Great Danes, and when I like pet them, dude, my skin will literally get itchy and red and like start to like form little hives. And I'm like, yeah, that's weird. Like I grew up with dogs. Like I know I'm not allergic to dogs, but I think it depends on the dander. Of each dog's dander is different.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
You think you'd be allergic to Airbud?
Well, I don't know. I would hope not because Airbud is the perfect teammate.
Do you think that?
Do you think?
Do you know Airbud's stats in any sport? Are you kidding me?
Do you think that dogs dream of becoming Airbud?
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I love seeing dogs dream. It's genuinely entertaining.
Yeah,
Watching them run in their sleep and like,
yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, I wonder, do you think like, do they wake up and in their head they're like, damn, that dream was crazy? You know how we wake up like, oh fuck, that was a weird fucking dream. Do you think they do that, or are they just like, all right, like I'm up now, I'm being a dog? You know, like
It's a good question.
We'll never know. I
know,
truly
right?
believe that animals are more intuitive than we like to think.
For sure, and they're way smarter than we like to think.
Yeah.
I mean, that's saying the same thing. Sorry, I'm high.
Yeah. So now that we went on a big tangent of cats and dogs and
Animals of all kinds. I've been reading, like, you know, since we've been reading Sandman, I decided to read some more up about like dreams and shit. And apparently, like when we're dreaming, like to our brains, there's no difference between dreaming and reality. Our brains think that whatever is happening in a dream is happening to us.
isn't that cool?
That's insane. That's scary, but it is cool.
Yeah,
But still kind of scary.
That's why I like nightmares.
Yeah, you said that you're pro nightmare.
Yeah, Cody Cannon, pro nightmare.
But like when I was thinking about it, I'm like when I was a kid, I would have more like, you know, fantastical nightmares with monsters and shit. But as an adult, my nightmares are like depressing and like sad and like reflecting like an event that might happen in real life, you know?
yeah.
I mean, true, but
I don't like those nightmares is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying about
like, don't get me wrong, I have lots of car accident nightmares. I said that in the last episode.
Mhm.
And I hate those ones. But if it's like a nightmare where I'm like, I had a nightmare not long ago where I was being hunted, and it was pretty dope. in the dream, I was like terrified, but as soon as I woke up and realized, oh, thank God, you know what I mean?
It like empowered you.
Yeah, it was a good time. I was like, oh, that was cool. It's like going on a roller coaster or watching a scary movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
It wasn't a nightmare and it wasn't a happy dream, but the other night, so I had a dream with you guys in it actually, after we talked about Sandman. I think the next day, actually. Yeah. It's a quick one though. So like, and we even went over who the fuck gives a shit about anyone talking about their dreams, but you guys were in it. So you have to care.
I give a shit.
Yeah. But it was really weird. So like, we were like in like, it wasn't even like a comedy club. It was almost like a school cafeteria with a stage. And we were all there for a show, like now. And Cody had just come off stage and I had to follow him. And I'm like, damn, I got to follow Cody. And like, I shouldn't be even going on stage. Like, what the fuck? And like, I bombed and I did so bad that I was like, all right, guys, I'm going to leave. And like, Jake, you were like mad at me. You're like, you fucking sucked.
Wait, was I mad at you because you bombed or because you left?
Because I don't know. In my head, I was just like, fuck, Jake's mad. I should just go. Yeah,
you should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Exactly.
I'm bringing bad evil to the Comics and Chronic name.
Leave us, Anthony.
But, so I think you guys are going to like the next part. As I was about to leave, they're like, and next, coming up to the stage is... And then I look before they announce it, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Austin Buol from ACI.
Nice.
Shout out to Austin Buol.
Shout out
Yeah.
Austin. He was great. But so the dream
Austin
ends
was
and I'm like, oh shit, it's Austin. But I'm like already leaving. I'm like, no, I got to catch his set. And like the doors close and I wake up and I'm like, fuck. What did I
damn.
miss? He's still doing stand up?
Oh yeah, Austin. For those listeners that don't know what the fuck we're talking about, Austin Buol was a fellow
That was more for you
classmate
guys.
in our comedy school where we met. He was actually one of the cool ones.
Yeah.
I always liked
good
Austin.
Yeah, he was.
He was a good dude.
Dude, yeah. I actually like once every few years I talk to him.
Me too. I talked to him maybe 3 months ago
Nice.
on Instagram. We chat.
Yeah. Every
Nice.
once
I
in
say
a
it
while
happened
on
once a
Instagram.
year. Me and him will have a hey, what up, and that's it.
Yeah. Hope you're doing okay, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening, you better be listening. If you're not, then fuck you.
Yeah, Austin.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't hear this anyway, so go fuck yourself, Austin.
He was funny. I remember one time, me and Cody, we went to his apartment in like Midtown Manhattan to chill.
Oh, I was there too. I mean, I've been there. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that shit was tiny as fuck.
So
Yeah.
Literally,
place
the
I've
smallest
ever
place
been.
I've ever seen. Literally, you entered his
Literally
Like
door
super tight.
and you could touch with hand to hand with your arm span, like the
Yeah,
entire
his
length
bed was
his
most of the
build.
bedroom.
Yeah.
His bed was most of the
entire
apartment.
Yeah.
No, you could touch literally. I'm sure Cody, you could probably, if you have a long arm span, you could touch both sides of his apartment, and that was how big
Yeah,
it was.
for sure.
It was so tiny.
Dude, it was so small. And he's a tall
And he's a tall
dude.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's like
I actually
6'8".
remember going to his apartment and like we wanted to smoke, but he didn't have anything, so we smoked out of an apple.
Yeah,
Well,
I
hey,
do remember
that does
that.
the trick.
Yeah, Cody was there for
Dude,
sure.
Austin
Damn, who was I
is
with? I
the
definitely
reason
went to his apartment with somebody.
me.
Was it with you? Was it just us three?
I think so.
I think so too. Yeah.
And then I think I went with Anthony too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Austin is the reason I met Method Man.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Austin
Wait,
is
what?
the
Tell that
reason-
story. Tell that story, please.
Dude, yeah. So I go to a High Times concert in this is like 2011, 420. And
Nice.
I bought 2 tickets and I was just like, it was for VIP. It was like an extra like $50, but that also had an open bar with it.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just had 2 tickets with an open bar, and then I was like, dude, I didn't really know anybody in New York. Like we were all just becoming friends, and Austin and I hit it off pretty quick too. And
You hear that, Jake? Cody had an extra fucking ticket
I
to
know,
see Method
yeah,
Man, and
I
he
think-
said, Austin, come along.
No, I actually asked you. I'm pretty sure.
Me?
but
I probably said no. I
Yeah.
don't really like to hang out with people at first.
yeah. Yeah, you did say no. And then
I feel you, Jake.
Yeah.
yeah, and so we go to the show, and we're like we like go up to the guardrail, and it's just like a few weeks after my birthday, and Austin, for some reason, we're just like shooting the shit with the bouncer, and Austin's like, it's my homeboy's birthday and it wasn't my birthday. And,
I like
the
that
dude was
Austin
like-
didn't even lie about it being his birthday, but that it was your
Yeah.
birthday.
What a
Dude,
bro
yeah.
move.
Yeah, dude, for real. Well, he was like, man, I just went because it sounded fun and I wanted to have a good time with you. He's like, I don't really know Wu-Tang Clan like you do. So
That's sick.
that's why.
Fair
he-
enough. Yeah, I would feel the same way.
That's
I'd be
a
like,
good
I know
wingman
them,
move.
but yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So he told the bouncer, and the bouncer basically was like, took me to this one. He was like, let's get you to meet Method Man for your birthday. Bouncer took me to this one room, and there was just like a bunch of incredibly hot women. And the bouncer was like, "You're not going to be able to meet him here." And then took me to like out back where there were like some press people out there. And I was just standing with them, and then Method Man came out and was like answering questions and just like looked at me and was like, "What do you want, man?" And I was like, "It's my birthday." And he was like, "What do you want for your birthday?" Because I mean, everyone else had like badges and probably looked more professional. I was like 50 pounds heavier than I am now. And like, just like I had long hair then too. It was the last time I had long hair. And yeah, so I definitely probably didn't look like somebody
Cody,
who was
there's a
supposed to be
picture of this.
there.
We got to share it with the audience at some point.
Yeah.
There is a picture of this. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I want to smoke weed with Method Man." And he was like, and then we smoked weed, and he
Nice.
was super cool. Kevin, no! Oh my god!
Where was he? What the fuck?
Yeah.
He was climbing on a shelf that like cannot support his weight.
You told him to dream. You told him to dream. Can cats fly? He was Airbud. He's the new Airbud. We got to reboot Airbud with a cat.
God, that was scary.
Wait, finish the Method Man.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, Method Man. So we smoked together, and then he's like, he was super funny. We had like a couple really good laughs, and he ended up while he was smoking a blunt, and this is in 2010 when weed was very much not legal.
Yeah.
Just walked up to the cops and had them take a picture of us together.
Oh, it was a cop who took that photo?
A cop took that picture? Holy shit.
That's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah, seriously.
Man.
When you guys see the picture, it's going to be even funnier because Cody's like, you guys like are like, you know, pounding each other and you're just smiling right in the camera like the biggest smile ever.
Yeah, we definitely got to share that photo. That's a great story.
I need to find
what
it.
did you guys talk about? Didn't you say that he was like...
He was bitching about camera phones and how they like ruin concerts these days.
He's right.
How like he was like everyone just stands around. He was like back in the 90s and stuff. People used to like jump around and climb on walls and act crazy. And now people are just like standing around on phones, like taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
And
damn, and that was, what did you say, 2010?
Yeah.
2011?
It's worse now,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, because I do it too when I'm at concerts. I'm not gonna lie, but it's really for like social media most of the time. But I like having my own like
But there's
videos
people
and
who
like
stay on their phones the entire concert.
yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And just film it. And I'm just like, that's lame. Just be in it, dance.
No, that is lame.
Dude,
yeah,
like,
I
I've
like pick
never-
certain songs.
I'll
I'm like
take
that
pictures.
song.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely done
Yeah.
that. But like Cody can attest. Like, when, like we go to dance and party. Like, I'm not there to be on my
get
phone. Yeah, like, I'm trying to get
Nice.
down.
Yeah. I'm trying to be present in that concert.
Exactly. So Method Man had a point. He knew what was.
No, yeah,
he knew what was coming.
But I made him laugh because right after he said that, I was like, "Well, before you leave, can I get a picture with you on my phone?"
Perfect. That's fucking perfect.
That's great. You're like, yeah, word. So can we get a photo? Dude, so you want to know another story that has something to do with your story?
Yeah.
Is I have oftentimes lied to people and told that story as my own. I swear to God, I've done it. I've done it a bunch. Due to a lot of women. Yeah, I definitely.
The truth has been revealed.
Oh yeah, if you're listening and you've heard that
That's
story
so
from me, that was a
hilarious.
lie. It's actually Cody's story.
Oh, that's so fucking
Wow.
funny. I want to hear your version of the story. Like
It's
like
on
a game of
exactly.
telephone.
It's
You know what I
honestly
mean? Everything.
pretty much exactly like yours. Because I remember when you told me, I didn't know the Austin part, so I'd leave that part out. But I'll add that now in my future tellings of this lie. I will.
But the thing is, Cody literally, without that last part of the story, doesn't have the proof of the story. Like we would never. I don't think I would have believed Cody the first time he told us that if I never saw that picture. To be completely honest,
Yeah.
because it's like,
I mean-
what? You met Method Man and smoked a blunt with him? Like what? No, you're
Yeah,
lying.
dude, he had a blunt already rolled up. Because I was about to start packing a bowl. He's like, nah, man, I got it.
Nice.
Just like pulled out a blunt.
From as much as you know about Austin, what would be the equivalent music experience meeting the person for him? Like if you could switch it around, like instead of
Dude.
Method Man, it's Austin smoking a blunt with blank.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't
somebody
know.
like, I feel like probably
Dave
like
Matthews
Willie
Band.
Nelson. Yeah. Dave Matthews Band. Willie Nelson. Somebody
Willie
like
Nelson.
That,
Ooh,
you
that
know?
would be cool. That would be cool. I actually hate Dave Matthews Band.
Dude, who doesn't?
I used to like that
good,
one
cool.
song of theirs back in the day. I did it.
Think I've gone too
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not even playing. I used to when I was younger. I loved Dave Matthews.
Yeah, when I was younger, I actually did like them for a little bit, but it lasted maybe a year or two, and then I was like, I'm over this.
Ooh, see, I definitely was like a little broier than that. I was
Ooh.
like I gave Dave Matthews like 3 or 4 years.
Wow. You gave them 4 years of your fucking life.
dude.
Yeah,
You know what they did in Chicago? Did you guys ever hear that story?
Yeah, they dumped their entire
shit.
truck's worth of shit on a touring riverboat company.
Imagine that. Literally, they did that. Dave Matthews Band poured shit from their tour bus
that's how
into
they
the Chicago
fucking
River, and it
roll,
went on a
bro.
boat. It fell on people. It fell on actual people.
That's what Dave Matthews does. They shit on people musically and literally.
Dude.
Fuck
Dave
Dave Matthews.
I don't like them. I don't listen to their music anymore.
Nobody
but real
does.
talk, they put on a really good show.
I can believe that.
Hey, I'm sure Austin loves them for that show.
We're also totally just saying that he likes Dave Matthews with no proof whatsoever.
Yeah, it just
I feel
seems
like
something. I feel like more than Dave Matthews, Austin is probably more of like a Kings of Leon guy.
Oh, okay, I could see that.
I would actually, because Austin is from.
We know so much about you, Austin. We the last time we saw each other was 10 years ago.
Well, he was from like what, Arizona or New Mexico, right?
Arizona.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be a kind of a country fan, honestly.
Yeah, well, that's why I said Willie Nelson. I think he also likes I feel like he would be a big fan of people like Tyler Childers and Sturgill Simpson and stuff, who are country acts.
We're just gonna tag him when we post it.
Let's totally tag him.
Dude, we should.
He's gonna be like, what?
What the fuck are these guys talking about?
when we start doing episodes where we get homies on, we should ask if he wants to be one of them.
Yeah, I would definitely have Austin on.
He had he wasn't like musically inclined, but he did have like a Bo Burnham vibe to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a lanky, funny white kid.
Yeah. Very self-deprecating.
Yeah. You know what else is self-deprecating?
This is the Austin episode.
Yeah, this became the Austin episode.
We should have done August Austin and just talk about Austin all month. We'll do that next year. It'll be an entire month dedicated
to Austin Buol.
4 straight episodes of Austin.
4 straight episodes, all Austin.
One of them could be an interview episode. One of them could be just us talking about him again.
We could also write
just talk about this
stories that are not true, but they feature Austin, like Austin versus the Dragon, So actually, in Austin versus the Dragon issue 1, I really liked when Austin
just make up a comic book and talk about it.
Dude, who do you think would win in a fight? Stone Cold Steve Austin
or
Austin Buol?
Oh. Okay,
wait. How many Dave Matthews Band members are watching?
Oh, yeah. The more band members, the more power he gets.
Exactly.
Yeah, the stronger Austin is.
How close are they to Chicago?
Yeah. Can Austin dump a truck of shit on Stone Cold?
Honestly, I feel like that wouldn't
do anything. Stone Cold,
that would enrage him.
Yeah, it would enrage him, and he would come out looking like fucking Clayface and beat the shit out of him.
Oh, hell
that's literal hell. I would never want to be covered in shit. That's like a nightmare.
You know what else takes place in literal hell?
Austin versus Lucifer Morningstar.
Ooh, dude, we should make. I know Netflix is making it, but we should make our own Sandman.
Yeah, fuck
and have
Netflix.
Austin play Lucifer.
Oh, dude, that'd be hilarious. Austin is Morpheus.
Yeah.
Or Lucifer.
No, Lucifer, yeah. I feel like who would Jake be in the Sandman universe?
Ooh.
And Anthony.
Anthony?
I feel like Jake would be Kane.
Then are you able?
Yeah, we're Kane and Abel.
Then I'll be Morpheus.
What fuck the hell you are? You are not Morpheus.
You're Despair. No, you're not.
Maybe Delirium?
Ooh,
why do you get to be the Endless and we're just these Cain and Abel?
Because you guys are fucking side characters,
No,
bro.
you're that big dumb gargoyle that they have.
Yeah. I didn't even skip it. You're right. For sure.
Yeah, you're that gargoyle. So you still live with us in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many Joe Pesci's are we giving Austin, by the way?
Oh,
dude, I've been on a streak of going, and he introduced me to Method Man, so I'm for sure he deserves a 6.
I'm going to give him a 6 too.
Why do you give him a 6 though?
Because I liked Austin. I just fucked with him.
Yeah, I give him a 6.
He was a cool dude.
I remember like our final performance. His parents took us the whole class out to a steak dinner.
I didn't.
You guys remember that?
Oh, I did not go to that. Literally.
No, you did not.
See, once again, I was not hanging out with people.
You're like, free steak dinner? Nah.
I didn't know that. My parents came, so we went out to dinner in Chinatown.
I
didn't know.
Dude, we went to Outback, didn't we?
Yeah. It was Outback.
It was Outback. You made it sound like it was a fucking 5-star steakhouse.
Dude, well, I did go with Austin's parents to a 5-star
Del Frisco's, right? Because he used to work there.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have been. Why did I start a?
I'll say another reason why I'll give him a 6. Because when you went out to bars with Austin, he was a good wingman, and also because ladies were very attracted to him.
Yeah.
So like,
he was just a fun
time.
Dude, one time we were at Cody's house. And Austin's like, "Oh, can I invite my friends over?" And Cody's like, "Sure." And like a gaggle of women came over. It was like me, Cody, Sean, and Austin.
That's so sick.
You
remember that, Cody? It was your apartment in Brooklyn.
That was the one time I had people over. I feel.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It was so impromptu. We were just chilling, and Austin's like, "Hey, can I invite some friends?"
With a bunch of bitches.
I like that we just spoke about Austin for an easy half an hour.
Yeah, easy. We were meant to watch. It turns out Austin is like secretly like the biggest comedian like we haven't like in Arizona. Like he's just fucking
I think
killing it out there.
Inspired us to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna be in our dreams.
He literally was. That's how it started. That's how this started.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
So in reality, it all came
full
from
circle.
Morpheus.
Nice.
It all came from Morpheus.
Oh, by the way, I had a lucid dream right after we talked about it last week, and I was like in an old school of mine, and I just kept going up the staircase, and I'm like, how do I get out of here? Why am I even here? Oh shit, I'm dreaming. I'm gonna fly, right? Because that's all I ever think about. And I was like, yeah. Woke up instantly. I was like, fuck, and I haven't done it since. That was like a week or so ago.
Nice.
I'm still gonna try. We literally did.
We talked about it for a solid 30 minutes.
We talked. We did half Sandman.
Half Austin. I think that's hilarious.
Dude, we should title the episode.
Oh yeah. Sandman featuring
Sandman
Austin
Part 2. Austin.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like, what?
It's like, yo, I haven't talked to you guys in like a year.
Oh.
Fuck it, let's get into volume 4 then. Before we just keep. Before I mention another. Before Alan Flitter gets into the conversation.
I would have liked to know Alan better.
No,
we're not going down this fucking rabbit hole right now. All right, we'll talk to Alan later.
Yeah.
For now, we got to focus at the task at hand.
Yes, because volume 4 is honestly like, out of all of them so far, it's probably my favorite. Like, it's so compact and like such a good storyline, like from start to finish.
I feel like it's the most focused arc.
Yeah, exactly. So
like,
far, at least.
Like, I'm not saying that Sandman's unfocused, but it's the kind of thing that like it's always been broken up by other tales.
Right. This is like a 7-issue like storyline. From issue 1 to 7, whatever numbers it is, it's that story.
So this one isn't Nada in Africa, though.
Huh?
It involves her. That's why he goes to hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
so the whole thing is like
it
starts with the endless meeting with each other. Like Destiny's calling them together. They don't know why. He's not really sure why. And who is it? Who we talked about her in the last episode, or they? It's like
Desire.
Desire. No, Desire. Because Desire is like, oh, Morpheus, like, did you really think that was a good idea? Like, she just was like,
you imprisoned a woman in hell
just for like not liking you. Yeah. Or it's not like she didn't even not like him. She was just like, no, thank you,
No,
Morpheus. I did not.
She knew the reality. Well, fuck, I don't know.
She wanted to.
She wanted to, but she was like, "You're never gonna die. I am."
And
Right.
if you do it, bad things are going to happen to my village, to the people.
Yeah.
Right. But he also offered to make her, well, whatchamacallit?
One of
Yeah,
the,
like
queen of the dreaming.
Yeah, and she was like, I don't want to be. She's like you guys said, like she wants to be with her people, and that's like it wasn't like again, it wasn't like she
wasn't
didn't
like
like
fuck
him.
you, dude. I don't want you.
Yeah,
But
and that made him that angry that she's in hell forever.
Well, that's what I like about like when you like really like think about like him and the rest of the Endless is like, dude, they're not human, so they can't relate to anything human.
Yeah, they really do.
So rejecting them while even admitting that she loved him, he was like, "Fuck you, bitch! You're going to hell."
Yeah, seriously.
Neil Gaiman does a really good job of making him like detached from, like, he doesn't have a lot of humanity in his character.
Oh yeah,
right.
No, yeah, he doesn't.
You know what I mean? It's really cool.
But despite that, it doesn't mean he's like immoral. Like once death is like, think about it, that was kind of fucked up, and he's like, damn it.
Even if death is,
I need to
saying it,
fix
that's when
that.
You're like, damn.
Yeah, he's like, damn, did I really fuck up that badly?
And not only that,
Dude,
but
I
she's
like-
been there for like hundreds of years.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Like,
And when she explains what was going on to her, you're like, fuck, like it's even worse than just like, you know, hell could be any number of tortures, you know, it's so fucked up to think about.
yeah.
Like, you know, I grew up raised as like a Catholic and everything. So I'm like, as a little kid at night, I'm like praying like, oh God, I hope I'm a good kid. I hope I don't go to hell forever.
Whoa,
it's
really?
like fucked up. A little kid. Yeah, I was paranoid
Catholic
as a kid.
guilt, baby.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But
It's
also,
real.
like, you know, when I was a kid, like, you know, my parents and any adult would just be like, oh, you're bad. So, like, I'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm bad. Like, I'm going to hell. I'm going to burn
Did
forever
your
for, like,
parents tell you that you're bad, Anthony?
yeah, of course they did. Come on. Put the pieces of the puzzle together, Cody.
Wait, why were they just telling you you're bad?
Because I was just like this. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I was just like a rambunctious kid, but not like a mean kid. You know what I mean? I just like, you know, like I just did whatever the fuck I wanted. I mean, I'm still
Running
kind of
around.
like that now.
Fucking, like, that's hilarious.
You're a bad kid.
You're a bad
Yeah.
kid, Anthony.
No, seriously, like me and my cousins, like no, seriously, like my grandma would watch like me and my cousins, right? Like, and I had like, you know, it's like me, 1, 2, like three or four other cousins, sometimes 5, and like no matter what anyone did, I got in trouble.
Nice.
And to the point, like one time I was in Italy visiting my family in Italy, and like my cousins told me this story where they were fighting, and my grandma just goes, "Anthony, you better stop it." And we were all silent. So that and that was it. I'm like, what? And they told me
God
this as a
damn
kid.
it,
I'm like, what the
Anthony.
fuck?
But you just
That's
weren't even.
great.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
So,
we love it.
I never wanted to meet Lucifer as a kid, but you know what? Lucifer's a cool ass name. Think about it, Lucifer.
Lucifer's a cool
Would you ever
name.
mess with a kid named Lucifer Iannaccio?
Lucifer Iannaccio. No, I guess I would.
You want to fuck with that kid?
Dude, Lucifer is a cool name. What is your favorite iteration of the devil?
Ooh, I prefer whether it's done in movies or I do prefer honestly him. I don't know. I prefer like the goat form devil. I prefer him having some kind of horns. Honestly,
like red skin too.
no,
Are you
not
picturing
like
red
it doesn't have to
skin?
go
No?
that like much. But I mean, even if it looks like a centaur, like one of those minotaur dudes, like
So,
I like him to
you're
be
ta-
hooved and shit.
like Black Phillip.
Yeah, but that was a pure goat. I
Ooh.
mean, I'm talking like
It became something else at the end.
it does, which
You
is
just- it
cool
didn't
because
really
when you
show
watch it again,
yeah.
well, you hear the hooves, but it's clearly this dude, and he puts her hands on her puts his hands on her shoulders when she's signing the
Yeah.
book. So like you don't know what he
Yeah.
looks like. I don't know.
So you like a bestial devil?
Yeah, I like a bestial devil because like especially like when you see those old black and white pictures that people drew, and it's always like this like goat, devil thing.
Man,
Yeah, it's like a
yeah.
goat man watching
Goat
these
man.
women do crazy shit.
Let's get
That
Jim
is a
Brewer
cool
on the
version.
podcast.
Did you watch Did you watch Legend with Tom Cruise?
No.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Tim Curry devil.
Yes, the devil.
Yes.
Goat man, like red skin.
Really?
Yep.
But was it
It was
scary or was it a
crazy.
comedy?
No, scary.
Really?
Or
Yeah,
meant
it's
to
in
be.
like fantasy. Yeah.
Legend.
Oh,
That would be
Legend. I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about with Warwick Davis, the little midget dude.
No,
No, you're thinking of Willow.
Yeah. It's literally Tom Cruise in one of his first roles.
He's young. He's
Yeah.
like 16,
Super
17 years
young,
old.
yeah. It's literally
okay,
a
you're
Legend
right.
of Zelda ripoff, that movie. They call it Legend, and it's literally Legend of Zelda. Think about it. It's like a boy in the forest who has to go fight like the demon dude, save the princess. Like literally, like you could watch that movie now and think it's like, call it Legend of Zelda.
Oh, I've
They
seen
fucking ripped
this.
that off.
Yeah, this Satan. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's terrifying too. That's Tim Curry?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
makeup in that
Whoa.
movie for
I didn't
him
know
is
that. I actually
sick.
didn't know that. That's cool.
But for some reason, when I think of Devil, you guys watch Cow and Chicken
Yeah.
when you were kids?
Yeah, of course.
I think of like the
Nice.
Devil and Cow and Chicken.
Doesn't he
Like,
have a crazy voice?
yeah, crazy
Like a
voice, and
really
it's like
high-pitched,
you
like,
always see his
"Yeah."
ass.
Yeah.
Like he's just red naked dude.
See, for me, my favorite. and this
That's
is
not my
also-
favorite. It's just for some reason like Devil.
Sticks out.
That's what I picked.
See, one of my favorites, and this it goes full circle back to ACI.
Back to Austin. Here we go.
I love Al Pacino in The Devil's Advocate.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
It's one of my favorites. Just like where he's like a sleazy lawyer who's just like gets whatever he wants, and he like bends the court to his whims, and like is one of the most like powerful people. Just like I don't know, and he's just he's very like sexy and
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
Sexy
kind of
Al
like,
Pacino.
I mean, I haven't, I only have read up until what we're talking about in Sandman, but it seems like Lucifer is a character that you could definitely sympathize with, like the way at least Neil Gaiman approaches him. Like he was just like an angel, right? I mean, I guess this is in the Bible too. Like he's like the smartest, most beautiful angel ever. And he's just like, hey, God, maybe, that's not such a great idea. Or he doesn't even, like, I think in the Sandman, at least, he's like, I didn't even challenge God, and he got mad at me and cast me down into hell, like before he even like made plans. Like it's kind of like the rejection,
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the whole arc is about. Like rejection just creates like
Oh shit.
this seed inside of you that you're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna fuck everything up now. Like his whole thing is like, fuck it, release everybody from hell, all demons gone, anyone here. Like we think before he does that, like he's giving a speech and you're like, what the fuck is he gonna do to Morpheus? You know what I
just
mean?
gives
He's like,
him
I'm
the
really
key to
gonna fuck this
hell.
guy up. Yeah, and that's what he winds up doing. But
Yeah.
before that, he's kind of like, bring him on. Like, you think they're gonna fight. Even Morpheus is like going to hell. He's like, we're gonna
He's
fight,
prepared for
right?
battle.
He's like, nah.
for nada. He's
Yeah.
like prepared. Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah,
cut off my
that's
wings,
what-
dude. I'm done.
That's one of the cool things about Sandman is he's so powerful that it really isn't all of the like the trials and tribulations he has to go through and stuff. They're all like really cerebral. Nobody
Yeah.
it's not like a violent. There's so much violence in this story, but
Right.
it's not
It's
like
never like
violence.
superhero, like pow, boom, big punches into buildings.
Exactly.
It's more like weird shit. It's honestly most of it's just dialogue as their battles.
Yeah, like I'm glad he didn't have a fight with Lucifer. Like at first I'm like, cool, they're gonna like confront each other, but I'm like, even cooler, it doesn't end in a fight. And in fact, it's way deeper than that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
I do. I've never read it, but I really rereading this really made me want to read the Lucifer series.
Same. I would love to see. That's what I'm saying. Like this character, I'm like, I could get behind this Lucifer. He
They
looks
made
like
it
David
into a
Bowie.
TV
He's cool.
show, and it was so fucking bad.
Oh, I'm sure.
Really?
What channel was it
for
on?
a
Like
bunch of
CW?
seasons there, right?
Yeah, they basically made it into like a weekly cop show, but starring Lucifer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he was like helping a detective. It's like the storyline. It's just like they were like, we're gonna take one tiny thing we like from this comic and completely change everything.
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Oh, no, who had a cool appearance in this volume? Because like Thor
Thor.
No, yeah,
and
you're right.
Loki.
and Loki and Odin.
And a whole bunch of
Yeah.
other gods and deities and shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Zeus
it's a very
and shit.
mythological tale.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Bast, another cat, right? The
Yeah.
Egyptian gods.
The
Anubis
Egyptian
is there, I
gods.
think.
Anubis and Bast.
There's a Japanese god.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
there's the
basically
Vishnu
comes
god.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's order
After-
and chaos.
Hmm.
yeah. After Lucifer gives Morpheus the keys to hell, basically everyone comes to Morpheus trying
Get
to
it.
be the new ruler of hell.
Right. And all Morpheus wanted was to free Nada, but technically she is free, but someone who wants the key to hell is holding her for ransom, basically.
Yeah.
And that's Azazel. Just this
Azazel.
weird demon dude who Sandman just fucks up thoroughly. And not in a fight. He's just like, you're in the dream. You're in the dreaming. You don't have any, you can't do anything to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, like they come to visit him, and even though these mythological people are so powerful in their own respective
Yeah, and their pantheons.
pantheon, like once you're in the dreaming, that's his world.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're on his turf, brother.
Yeah.
And even when you're not on Sandman's territory, like he's still pretty like dangerous.
Right.
Yeah. He's not to be trifled with, that's for sure.
No, yeah. Because again, like dreaming, like if you just like, daydream, he fucking got you. So like you have to be super focused. Like that's what like at first, I guess before reading Sandman confused me. It's like, what are his powers? What exactly does he do? It's like, it's not really about that. It's more like, what can't he do?
Yeah, he's almost like what's that locate? He's like almost like he's like a force, an abstract idea more than like but embodied. So it's so cool.
Like they do touch on that when the Endless meet with each other, right? Like they kind of talk about that.
Yeah, I love that how gothic they all are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so we don't have to
emo.
include this. We could edit it out, but who's the seventh Endless? Like, who is it?
The one that isn't there.
Yeah. Is it a spoiler if you guys tell me? Like, am I going to
I
be
haven't read
actually
the whole series.
know if I know or remember.
Oh, it's got to be something with a D because each Endless starts with the letter D.
So wait, it's Desire, Destiny. The big three are Destiny, Dream, and Death.
Then Desire.
And then there's Desire,
Delirium, and Despair.
Okay.
So who's the seventh? I don't know. No, don't look it up. Don't look it up. If we all don't know, that's cool. We'll find out together then.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, because I was like, damn, who is it? Like, I'm like, Destruction? Can that be it?
Ooh.
I don't know, but that's kind of like Despair. Dingalings, it's just like a guy made the embodiment of dicks.
Yeah.
Cody didn't like that one.
Nope. We could do better than that.
Yeah,
boys.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't yes and you.
We're also forgetting the story with the kid in the fucking private school. All boys school.
Oh yeah, that was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
That's like the standalone kind of story in the middle of all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because each story has a standalone somewhere in it. In one of the volumes, it was the dude that can't die.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. In this story, we're getting the effects of what Lucifer did, which is no one's in hell. Where did those things, where did those people, where did those souls go?
Oh, is that what that was? That's why he saw the ghost kids?
Yeah, because there's nowhere else for them to go. So they just go back to boarding school where he's the only kid there who's alive because his parents are like, or his dad died in Iraq.
Yeah.
Or Kuwait, they specifically said.
That was
so he's just stuck at school.
And it's implied that like some of the schools, like, or the teachers there kill kids and whatnot. Or worse.
Yeah, they just neglect them. Bullies get to them.
Murder them and
yeah.
Dude, I love a good tale with like fucked up kids. Lord of the Flies, man. I love it.
Do you like the movie Kids?
I don't know if
that's
I've
a
seen it.
fucked up
You've
movie.
never seen Kids?
I've even seen Kids, Cody, so go fuck yourself, man.
You should.
Don't let me see a movie you haven't seen.
Well, Kids is, it's a New York movie. It takes place in New York, filmed by
that's a hard movie to watch.
That's a fucked up movie.
Yeah, very fucked up movie.
So, it's weird. I like it, though. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but it's just like, damn, like that's pushing it.
Yeah. Rosario Dawson and Chloe Sevigny.
Yep. But when they're like, they got to be like 16 or 17 in that movie, maybe younger.
Yeah.
Like one of their first roles.
They're definitely playing like high school teenagers, like 15, 16.
Exactly.
Each other that's AIDS and shit.
Yeah, it's just a really uncomfortable movie because it's like, even if it was adults, you'd feel that way. But with kids, you're like, Jesus.
Yeah. Well.
But anyway.
The ghost story with the boy I really liked. And dude, that was also like a weird ending. He kills himself by like, doesn't he stay up in the attic the whole time to starve to death? Or he just Does he like actively kill himself?
I thought he was like just beat up and he like can't move or get help. He's like alone in the school basically.
Yeah. But he also like he gets beat up, but then I feel like he also just stays there. He like intentionally doesn't move. And he eventually like stays there so long he dies.
Yeah, because that's how the issue starts as well. Like he's just laying there like yeah.
But then he
and
leaves
he just dies from his wounds.
Yeah, he dies
I
from
guess.
his wounds, but then at the end he leaves, right? Him and the ghost kid. They leave the grounds.
Yeah, it's kind of I don't necessarily I don't remember the end, sorry.
I feel like that's what happened.
Yeah, I think they do leave the grounds. Like it's not like resolved what happens to all these souls, but I mean at the end of the volume we find out who rules hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dream is like, nah. Like everyone goes to Dream and is like, give me the key. You know, some of them are threatening. Some of them are like, dude, you know, I'm the guy. Give me the key, dude.
Yeah.
You give me the key, everything's gonna be sweet. I'll give
he
you.
gives
Some
the keys
people offer
to
him things.
The angels? Does he give it to the angels?
He gives them to the angels who are directly talking to God.
Damn.
That's fucked up too. God fucks up those angels without like,
Good.
you know.
Yeah.
Because so I don't remember their names, but the two angels he gives the key to, like he tells them to talk to God and ask him what he should do. Like, not like, oh, please ask him. He's like, yo, ask God. Like, what does he think about this? And they're like, what? Like, you don't hear what God says, but they're like, what do you mean? They're like, no, what did I, like, it's kind of Lucifer-esque. Like God just is like, you're going to go to hell now. Fuck you. You're out of heaven.
Yeah.
And they're like two of the top angels, the way they describe it. When they talk, their like dialogue is in like cursive.
Unison? Oh yeah, cursive. Yeah, it's very. I think it's supposed to be like very beautiful language.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that both in the actual Bible, but also like when God is included in fantasy, that he's just kind of a dick.
Yeah. That's why I like Lucifer, because he's not a dick in that way. Like God is like, I have everything. I'm going to be a dick. Lucifer's like,
any first-time listener would think this is like a satanic podcast. Like they just tune in and like, and that's why I like Lucifer.
Story-wise, I'm on Lucifer's side rather than God's. God, what has like think about it, like biblically, like God is like destroying the world and like you know blaspheming people, or not blaspheming people, like just fucking like you are dead, flood, go kill your son. Like I'm gonna kill my own son. Like God's fucked up. Lucifer's just like, God, maybe like slow it down.
Dude.
He's like,
Fuck
you, go to hell.
Lucifer's just a stoner.
He's probably just like, chill out, dude.
He's like, maybe there's a different way to look at this, God. And he's like, fuck you, I'm God.
Damn.
Go to hell.
Damn, you're right.
Yep. See, like, why the fucking Lucifer? That's why 666 all the way.
Is that what we're giving this?
Are we giving
these issues?
Are we giving volumes?
If I gave honestly, this is why, like, when I wanted to like rate the first, like, 6, of course, but I like this more. Like, I can't give it more than a 6, but I did like these volumes more than the first two personally.
Oh,
yeah,
nice. I like the first two.
I mean, the first two set this up. Yeah, without the first two, these don't mean as much, but I like how they flesh out the ideas of Dream that we've been talking about, you know?
Yeah. No, it is cool, and it like goes deeper into the whole like mystical realm.
The Austin Buol realm.
Austin Buol realm.
Now refer to it.
Fool, you are now in the Austin Buol realm.
Somebody tries to harm him, you can't do anything to me here.
You want these backstage Method Man passes?
Write me 2 plays.
Who do you think would win, Morpheus or Austin Buol?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say Morpheus all of the time, except for if Dave Matthews is watching.
Oh, can't beat that. I don't know what Dave Matthews Band fans call themselves, but you got to have more than 1,000 of them. And if they could dream,
Yeah, if 1,000 Dave Matthews fans dream at once, oh my God, that world would be hell.
Right? Think about it. How is Dave Matthews Band not canceled for dumping shit on innocent people?
How? Paid those people very well.
I hope so. I really do, because I really heard that story in like whispers. Like I've never like seen like people are like, have you heard?
I remember it being covered. It was a big story. News.
Also, I
Damn,
don't think
dude.
it was like Dave Matthews himself who was like, "All right,
it wasn't.
release the valves."
Here's a question that I want to ask you guys.
Okay.
For how much money would it cost you to let Dave Matthews take a shit on you?
Oh shit!
How much you charging old Dave?
Okay, question. I'm sorry for asking this question. Where?
Yeah, I was about to
Where
ask.
is he-
Is he shitting on my face?
On the chest. On the chest.
Okay.
No face. That's too far.
Can I wear?
I did it. I think I've gone too far.
Do I have to have my eyes open?
Yeah. Do I get to wear like a mask or some kind of like scuba helmet? Do I have a? Am I naked?
Is it my bare chest?
Yeah. Is it my bare chest?
Bare chest.
Bare chest.
How much money?
Like, what did Dave Matthews eat before?
Is it? Yeah. Is it a
Like-
watery poop? Is it like a solid, very solid,
Dude, it's
fibrous turds?
Dude, it's gonna be a. You just got to roll the dice.
Oh,
God.
You have no idea. With Dave, you can never know.
God.
With Dave, you could never know.
Oh.
Okay, wait. Well, Cody, I want to hear what's your price for this because I feel like you have a number in your head.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like, I am poor, so I could use any amount of money. That being said, I'd love like 10. I'd love like 10G.
10 grand? I was going to say in the millions.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so Dave Matthews himself net worth is $300 million.
Cody will let Dave Matthews shit on his chest for $10,000.
Yeah, dude, I'm poor. I need that money.
You could
Dude,
win a
I
scratch
could
off.
do a lot with 10 grand.
That's true. Like, if it was an option between 10 grand and nothing for him to shit on my chest, I'll take the 10 grand.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If I could like get a lawyer involved and sue his ass and get a bunch of like millions, I would. But I'm just saying, like, bare bones. I'm hard up for cash. Dave Matthews, you can poop on me for $10,000.
That needs to. I want that to be the name of the episode.
Dave Matthews, you can shit on me for $10,000. Oh, we have to.
Sandman Part 2. Dave Matthews
And Austin. What about Austin?
and Austin. It's going to be the longest
It's
name
gonna be
ever.
the longest
Oh, this was a good one, boys.
Yeah. I think that about wraps it up. We can't end on a better note than that. Let's be serious.
I'm crying. Oh,
Oh, fuck.
wow, that's cool.
I needed that. Wait, time out. Anthony, what's your number?
Yes. No, like I said, millions. I would also do millions.
Okay,
but
yeah.
again, if it like, okay, Dave Matthews' net worth is 300 million. I'm going to at least try. Okay, this is what I'm going to say.
All right.
50 million for shit on my chest.
Whoa.
Okay.
But if you're saying roll the dice, if it's diarrhea, if it comes out wet, it's 100 million. Even.
Yeah.
You're taking a third of his net worth?
Yeah. Fuck Dave Matthews.
That's insane.
Cody, why do you have so much sympathy for Dave Matthews'
Yeah.
net worth?
No, I'm just saying.
Like, leave the man alone. He's just
it's only a
shitting
third
on
of-
your face.
Yeah, it's only a third of his net worth if it's diarrhea, so that's on him.
I was gonna say, like, well, now that you'd originally said what, 50 mil? I'll say 80 mil. 80 million you can shit on my chest.
That's a good price.
See, man. 10 G's for this guy.
You heard it here first, folks.
Oh,
Dave
God.
Matthews, if you're listening, choose the host that you would like to.
Yeah,
shit
who do
on,
you
man.
want out of us three? Who do you want to see? We will make this happen.
Yeah, we'll set up a petition at change.com or something. Get Dave Matthews to shit on the chest of
I will find a way to Photoshop
You can.
this.
Oh my god!
If we get 1,000 people to dream it at once.
Oh,
shit. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Sandman September. Tune in next week as we cover volumes 5 through what?
We might do
7?
we should do it. One of these episodes. We should do a third one, because
we kind of got to bang them
the
out.
whole series.
Because this month we actually have 5 episodes, which is cool because
so
it gives us extra room to do this. Yeah,
we'll do 5, 6, 7 for the next one.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Okay.
Cody, what are you laughing at?
Dude, I'm just geeking out right now. I'm just laughing because we're calling the episode.
Yeah, no, this is a great episode, guys.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake F.H.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.